So if you put two people in a room who are older, you'll hear a dialogue that will be pretty stagnant. It's usually it'll be the same one, very similar over and over again. Um, if you put a person in one generation in a room with another generation, the dialogue completely changes.
Mm-hmm.
And you will then see people using new terms. You will see people, the younger people use some of the terms that the older people have used and vice versa, but there's a whole lot of learning that goes on. And that's reverse mentoring that's happening also,
Hmm.
where we're learning and gaining new information and knowledge and cultural values that are out there that we would have been missing. So our whole entire, cognitive outlook starts to change when we're around a younger generation.
That's really interesting. I never thought about that before. I've
And
actually learned how to play a couple of video games that I wouldn't have otherwise, and one of them I don't care to learn any more about, and I've been pretty open with the kids about that. And the other one is kind of fun, you know. It's fun engaging with kids in ways I didn't expect.
I love to hear that, first of all. And I love that you played video games with them. Um, the neat thing is, as you're trying new things, you're going to be trying new things that you wouldn't have done. And those are not the only examples. You also went out and you did some softball throwing on the front lawn. You're always doing new things. And that's continuously helping you to grow. And that is reverse mentoring. The younger people are having you live and learn in a new way. You are taking in from their culture you're able to say, this is what they do. And this is what they're understanding and learning. And sometimes it's harder when a person is a parent. They're caught up in, I got to get, work done. I got to do this. I got to do that. But there's a tiny little like synaptic window there it's small, but it's just that little bit of room that you have as a grandparent or somebody who's not the parent, where it gives you just that little tiny bit more, I guess, energy to look at things through their lens. And that's where that reverse mentoring really comes into play.
Well, I'm always speaking about the fact that we have to be so competent and deal with so much as grandparents that life can just get too serious.
Hmm.
And I think it's very important to take advantage of those windows to just be with them, and and we probably learn more from that than we do from anything else that we do.
And that never stops. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I had people over this weekend and my kids came and one of them is, he's a 21-year-old. And I learned all the new, not all, but what felt like all of the new culture, the words, the things that they're talking about, the terms that I did not know existed. And I then went and I looked them up and then I talked about them with another person. And it opened up a whole new window into thinking and how people are looking and thinking about a whole different age segment. And then we were able to take that back and say, how do we feel about this?
Mm-hmm.
And what
Having
you,
discussions about it with them
yes,
is important, right?
it is. And you know what? You
Mhm.
don't have to be serious when you're with that. We were
Yeah.
laughing hysterically
Right.
about the ridiculousness of my
Right.
age group and the ridiculousness of their age group.
Right.
And so
I love
you
that.
just have to be good enough when you're parenting and when you're grandparenting, when you're a friend, when you're whatever, taking away some of the sting of what people do when they think they have to be perfect and saying, all I need to be is good enough. And psychologists know this. You just have to be good enough. And the bar is
Mm-hmm.
not as high as we think it is.
Yeah.
So if you can let go and just have a little bit of a good time, it's going to be much more pleasurable.
Yes. I want all grandparents to hear that out there that are listening, that it actually is good for our brains to engage and explore some of those things that we're not really wanting to do, like video games or conversations about the things that seem absolutely ridiculous that young kids are talking about now.
Yeah, absolutely.